Hi everyone, Amanda Brett here, watercolour artist from Auckland, New Zealand. We're going to make a value scale today. We need value scales, I guess particularly in watercolour, because many of us don't realise how dark we can actually go with watercolour. So what I'm going to do today is make a value scale so I can use this tool to make sure I've got enough lights, I've got enough darks, and I've got enough transition tones between to make a painting that is pleasing to the eye, to everyone's eye. So with a very small amount of water on my brush, I'm going to mix up some French Ultramarine, and I've got a nice wee glob of paint. Let's see if I can show it to you. I'm not sure if you can see that glob of paint. That's French Ultramarine. Very little water, just enough water to get that paint to move. I've mixed in a tiny bit of Alizarin. And now I've got some burnt sienna. Now it's not really dark enough, so I'm going to pick up some more of that, forgotten the name of the colour, French Ultramarine. There we go, that's a little bit better, a little bit of that. Right, here we go, tiny bit more water just to get it to move. It is still quite pink, so I'm going back to more French Ultra. I'm not really trying to make a black, I'm trying to make a dark. Look how dark it is. So now all I need to do is go back to my water. And paint in the next tone down, or the next value down. And there's another one. Might not be too much of a difference between those two. There's an awful lot of paint in my brush. Here we go. And I find when I paint these, I usually have 2 or 3 goes at them. I do warm versions and cool versions. I'll just wash off that paint. And look how light it's gone. I will try and suck up some of those little puddles there. It's the only time that blooms annoy me is when I'm doing like a colour chart or something. Isn't that odd? Anyway, it's the way the world is. So what you can see is I've got a great value scale here from darkest dark right down to lightest light. Oops, you can't see that. Let me push that up a little bit. But anyway, the lightest light is right down the bottom here. So we know that the lightest light is the white of the paper anyway, and what I would like to have achieved is doing a value scale in maybe 7 or 8 steps and no more than that. So if I was to do a warm version of that, maybe with burnt sienna, there we go, knock it in there, not to be confused with mixing paint on the paper when you are actually painting. There's a warm version. Just knock some of that paint out of the brush as I go. Toning down quite nicely. Can I get it to come down far enough? And you'll find you'll do this differently with every brush that you have. That's better. So remember how much paint I had to use to get this very, very dark, and remember how much water I used. I hardly used any water at all. All I needed to do was to get that paint moving. And then how much water did I use in actual fact to get this light working? A lot of water and a lot less paint. So there you have a cool and a dark value scale. Have fun everyone. Talk to you soon.